Hi guys, welcome back. So I hope you've had a quick break so that we can look at some questions now. The last thing we looked at before we went to the ad break was the formula to calculate the present value annuity. Now the present value annuity, there's three types of questions that you will get there. One will be, you know what the present value is, you want to know how much money you must pay on a month-to-month basis. Scenario number two, you know how much you can afford to pay on a month-to-month basis, maybe for a house. So you want to know how much the house must cost, right? The cost of the house, which is the present value. So you know your monthly payment that you are willing to pay. You are going backwards to calculate how much you are eligible to then borrow from the bank to buy that house. The third one will be, you know what the loan amount is, you know how much you are paying, you want to know how many months or how long you must be paying back this loan in order to amortize it. Now, to amortize means to make zero, right? From 20,000 to zero. Let's look at the very first question now that has to do with this. But quickly, remember what we are looking at. We are still looking at the concept of a present value. Now, let's say you start at university and you don't really have much in terms of the bursary for you to study and all of that. And then you decide to take a student loan, because we do that depending on what is happening with our situation at the time. So you take out this loan for you to study for the first year of university. The loan agreement states that the repayment period is equal to 1.5 years. Definitely you need to make sure you understand what that means. So it means it's 18 months that you will be paying back this particular loan, right? Which is the same as 1 year and 6 months, right? And then they say to you, we then grant you this particular loan at an interest that is 10% per annum, compounded monthly. Now you can already see that somehow you know exactly what they might ask you to do, right? It might be, what is the loan amount, or what is the monthly payment for this particular loan. Now, if you repay a monthly installment of 1,335 rands and 95 cents, how much will the loan be, right, that you must take now in order to pay this much? So what do we know? We know our formula. We know our data that I is 0.10 over 12. We know that N is going to be 1.5 times 12, which is the same as 18 months because it's a monthly thing. And then we know on a month-to-month basis, we are paying 1,335 rands and then 95 cents. So my formula, as I've always told you, we start with the formula. And then I will say this is 1,335 rands and 95 cents into 1 minus, let me just remove that bracket because then it's going to confuse us. 1 minus, open a bracket, 1 plus 0.10 over 12, all raised to the exponent of minus 18, divided by 0.10 over 12. And then you just go straight to your calculator to do this. So on my calculator, I will first start with the fraction 1335.95, open the bracket, 1 minus another bracket, 1 plus, this is 0.10 over 12, all raised to a negative number. Please make sure that, because negative because of the fact that this is a reverse calculation, right? So this is divided by 0.10 over 12, and the answer will then be 22,000. So you can see the amount that you need to borrow is 22,244. And how many cents is it? 67 cents, right? And you know, this is normally what you are going to borrow in order for it to go towards the institution you are studying at that particular time. So therefore, if you can only afford to pay 1,335 rands and 95 cents, and the bank wants to charge you 10% for 18 months on a month-to-month basis, you can be able to take 22,000 from the bank. So that's the loan amount that you need to calculate. And then if you do this, which is taking out this student loan that we spoke about, now I want you to know how much interest you have actually paid. You will have paid on your student loan at the end of these 18 months. So we need to quickly go back to what we know, right? The loan amount we know was, so the interest, I am going to say this is equals to the loan amount minus what you have paid, right? What you have paid, we can call it W, what you have paid, right? Or monthly payments. So let me say MP, monthly payments, which is MP, which is the same as X, right? Now, the loan amount will be the 22,000 they told us about, 22,244, and how many cents was it again? This was 67 cents, and 67 cents minus monthly payment for 18 months will be 1,335 and 95 multiplied by the 18 months. Right, and then we then go straight to our calculator. So this amount minus, in brackets, I will have 1,335,95 multiplied by 18, and this will give me 1,802. So this will be 1,802. 1,802, right? So you can use the loan amount and the total amount repaid for the loan to calculate the interest that you would have paid. So please do note that. Now, Simon took a loan to buy a car for 180,000. That's a nice car, I'm sure. Calculate his monthly repayment if the loan is repaid over 6 years. Now, we need to know that a loan is normally paid on a month-to-month basis. So for 6 years, we're going to multiply this by 12 in order to get how many months he's paying this for. The bank then charges the interest at 10.5% per annum, compounded monthly. Then the repayment starts 1 month after the loan was drawn. Now, also this has been something that has been confusing a lot of people over the past years or so. When I say to you, the loan is, you start paying it 1 month after, it means I cannot go to the bank and say, please lend me money. And then you borrow money from the bank. Immediately taking the money, you then pay. That will not be possible, right? You need to wait 1 month so that it can gain the interest and then you start paying. Because if you borrow 20,000 and they say you must pay 1,000 rand every month, you borrow 20, you pay 1,000 same time. It means you just needed 19,000, you didn't need 20,000. Hence, it's 1 month after. So I hope that clarifies what the 1 month after means. You are not adding 1 month into your calculation, no. It simply just means you wait for 1 month for it to accumulate some interest and then start paying. So, what do we know? We know that the present value is 180,000. We know that the interest is 10.5. We know that the number of months is 72. I want to know how much must I pay per month in order to amortize this loan of mine. So I will say P is equals to X into 1 minus 1 plus I to the exponent of negative N divided by I. And then I will then start substituting everything I know. This is 180,000 equals to, I want to know what X is, 1 minus 1 plus the interest they told me it was 0.105, which is 10.5, right? to the exponent of negative 72, because that's the duration of my loan over the interest again, divided by 12. And then you go straight to your calculator. On the calculator, you will find that it's 180. I'm just going to do everything on the calculator, but you can always do it step by step, right? 180,000, multiply this by the interest, which is the denominator, so I'm cross-multiplying, 105 over 12. It gives me the answer, then I will divide it by everything that is inside the big bracket. So divide this by 1 minus, in the bracket I have 1 plus 0,105 over 12 to the exponent of negative 72. You close the bracket after that, and then you get the amount. So it means this person will need to pay 3,380 rands per month in order to amortize this loan. So my X will be 3,000, I think 380. Yes, 3,380. And how many cents is this? 21 cents. All right, so that will be the monthly payment. So you will then conclude, therefore, the monthly payment is, you are more than welcome to do that because it's financial maths. So the last question that we're going to look at for now will be this one. So Sophie wants to take out a loan. Immediately I see the word loan, I then know I'm talking about present value, right? And this loan is mainly to buy a container and cooking equipment for 75,000 together, right? To start her fast food business. So she wants to then start a fast food business. To start up, she says, okay, I need a container, I need some equipment. It will cost me maybe 75,000 or more, but I want to take out a loan of 75,000. Now, the bank charges interest at 15% per annum, compounded monthly. Now you must calculate what her monthly repayment should be if the loan is repaid over 3 years. You know, this statement will most likely always be there when it comes to a loan. The repayment starts 1 month after the loan was drawn. Now, just some quick things that we need to know. We know that she took out a loan of 75,000. The interest that the bank is charging is 15%, and then the number of months will be 36. So here we know for a fact that the loan is for 3 years. They're charging her this interest. So she's starting this thing. She's still trying to think about it, right? So it might be after doing this, she might not feel like I can take this loan because I might not make this much money per month in order to pay back the loan, or I think wherever I'm going to put my container, I might get quite enough money to pay back the loan and also to still fund my business. So let's quickly do that and see whether she will be able to do all of the above that I mentioned. Now, the formula that we know here will be P is equals to, open my bracket, X outside there, 1 minus 1 plus I to the exponent of negative n, all of this divided by I, right? The present value, which is the loan she wants to take, is 75,000 equals to, we want to know how much she must pay per month, 1 minus 1 plus the interest was 15% compounded monthly to the exponent of negative 36 because it's for 3 years, then divided by 0,15 over 12. Now we therefore go to our calculator to do this. With our calculator, we know this is 75,000. Multiply this amount with the interest, 0,15 over 12, to give me that much. I don't really need to know what this is because I'm just doing it all at once, right? Then you divide this by the whole bracket that I have. 1 minus, open the bracket, 1 plus the 0,15 over 12 to the exponent of negative 36, and then I close the bracket. And this will give me 2,599, right? So this will be X is equals to 2,500 and I think 99 it said, comma 899, so that will be 90, comma 90 when you round it off. So this really means that Sophie will then need to pay 2,500, right? Let's say 2.6 for argument's sake, on a month-to-month basis. But now she's starting up the business. So if the next question that maybe would have added would be, is this a wise decision or not, based on the location where she is going to put this container, also what she's going to sell, because remember, fast food is not about any fast food. You need to look at what fast food will go in that location. And then we can then give her a decision to say, yes, so if you go ahead, take out the loan, or maybe save up some money for some time in order to take out a cheaper loan, or work on your credit score, or all of those things that you can think about there. So that's how you will then think about the financial maths, and that's how you can use financial maths to assist yourself in order to try and make better decisions about your finances.